Here's a way you can practice your Uchikomi for throwing techniques with a belt, a cable crossover unit in your gym. Great off the mat training. And we're going to use some resistance, some weighted resistance here with the cable crossover machine here. Put it on fairly moderate weight you can move, okay? So when I come and do the Uchikomi, I want to be able to move this weight and do some pulling with it. I want to get the feel of actually doing a movement like I would on the mat. I'm using a belt you can use, and they have them commercially, I'm sure. Sleeves like judo gi material, judo gi itself. You can hook up a judo gi if you want to, you know. For that matter, you know, put a little dummy there if you want to. I don't care, but I've always used a belt. It's really, and it's the most readily thing you can grab. So use a good old judo belt and get a grip here. My pulling hand, I'm going to have my belt a little longer than my lifting hand, okay, my power hand. So I'm going to use that a little wider length out here. So I'm going to hold a little closer in up here because there's less movement in this arm here. Okay, I'm going to do it right side. All right, so basically I've got it with some moderate weight. I've got it hooked up high. I would say hook it up high, or at least, you know, a little higher than you, and a little higher than shoulder level, about head level. Mine's a little higher than that because it's fixed up there at that point. But I'm going to be doing Uchikomis and pulling the weight, actually using the weight. Not just Uchikomi on a bar, which is great, you know, with like a pole or something, you can do that. But again, I'm going to also add, don't use rubber tubing for this because it tends to pull in addition to the weight you're pulling. Use something that's cloth, like a judo gi, you know, sleeve, or a belt like this that you can pull. Okay, something, a rope even, if you got nothing of that, a rope is good too. But I like this. So what we're going to do is maintain strict form, just like we would in a regular Uchikomi. You know, turn the back of your hand, look at it, turn your body, the whole thing, set your power hand, the whole business here. And when we come in, just and then pull. And you set yourself where you're nice. I'm in a position where I'm just going to throw the guy, and I'm just pulling, pulling, pulling. You know, like Seoi-nage type movement, you know, Tarotoshi type of Seoi-nage, hand up like this, pulling here like this. See how the rotation turn? Now, come out further, you can pull more. And again, don't break your form, use good form, but just keep pulling all the way forward, through. Yeah. So you can do that as a set, fixed movement just like that, where you're standing your ground and you're pulling, just like pulling. And you can adjust this. You notice I came in a little higher here, just set a little closer to the unit, and I just pull this way. Where I can use partial movements where I'm pulling. See that? Again, I'm turning, trying to use good strict form. Now I can come into the whole Uchikomi movement, the whole fitting in movement, and just lift. So I stand a little further out, okay? And when I come in, just stay away. Just come in, try to use better form than I'm using, but you get the idea, okay? See how I'm doing it? Just coming in. I'm trying to use the best form as you can. I'm flopping around here like I can't dance, but you get the idea. Again, I have gym shoes on, just like on the mat. If you can have a nice area here that's nice and clean, you don't have to wear shoes. Don't wear shoes, because we don't wear shoes when we compete unless we're doing sambo, but then you don't have big clunky gym shoes like this. So you may have to do like I'm doing here on my filthy little gym floor, but I like it anyway. Keep your shoes on. But that's how to do Uchikomi, basic Uchikomi, with a belt and cable crossover unit and moderate amount of weight. Remember, don't break form. Try to keep as good a technical form as you can and work the muscles that are actually used in throwing. Okay, let's look at specific muscles we can use for throwing, and we're using our cable crossover unit here and our judo belt, okay? Now, we're going to work right now on our pulling hand, our hikite, the sleeve hand. Okay, this pulls it across. Now, there's more than one way of just pulling this way. There's a lot of ways to use this pulling hand, I get it. But for this type of movement, I'm doing, for this type of exercise here, I'm going to work on this movement, the standard pulling, lifting, pulling type movement we use. So I'm going to get my belt here, and I'm going to hold it and wrap it where it's good and tight. Again, you can use the sleeves, the judo gi sleeves that are out available commercially, or the judo gi itself. just keep material. Belt is good solid material and works quite well for me. So I'm going to hold here, and what I'm going to work on now is just the pulling action. And I'm going to hold the belt with my other hand like this just to kind of anchor it, okay? And I'm going to stand, now I can do it several ways, I'm going to show you. The basic way is I'm standing sideways and I'm just pulling. So I'm pulling out, working on this movement here. Again, I'm working on really the entire upper back muscle structure here on the left side, my triceps, my delts, certainly my arms and my forearms, I mean biceps, triceps, and also forearms, and like this. So when I'm doing this, and turn your head. Now, a lot of you guys do this already. That's great. You're probably doing it on a fixed object. That's great. You can do that as well. I like to use weights because it really does feel like I'm pulling, and because I really am pulling, and it really replicates the pulling, the hikite, the pulling action of with using my hand in a throw. So again, like that. Now, if I want to add a little more here with my forearm here like this to make it a little more realistic, like this is my power hand, my surite, I'll keep this here and I'll lift like this. And just kind of, I'm not using this at all, just holding on to it's just attached to the belt here. Just my forearm is at the belt, and I just turn it. And now I can use a little more body. See how I'm using more body here? Now I'm getting more turning to it. I'm not using this to pull, it's just here, it's an anchor. Turning here. And you can change it as you want, or just stay with this hand like this. You can make any alterations you want. You see how I'm rotating here? Yeah? And that's good. You can do this as a step in. Okay, as I'm just stepping in, pull. Don't even use this hand. You can set it up. It kind of looks like an Uchikomi, but it's not really. Just kind of keep this out of the way and just pull. 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 So you can see how you're using your pulling on your hikite. Or you can just stand here and look at it and just pull. You're closer. You want to grab a little closer up into here. Or you can get a little higher up here. You're just isolating the muscles you're using when you're pulling in a throw. Let's look at how we can use the surite, the lifting hand, the power hand, in a throw to practice our strength in actually throwing, okay? Now, you're going to use a light to moderate weight in your cable crossover unit here with my judo belt. I'm still going to hold one with my other hand because I want to try to make it fairly realistic. A little longer out here, there we go. This is the hand I'm exercising here, okay? So when I'm pulling here, I'm not going to be pulling so much, what we have to do to some degree here, but I'm really going to emphasize this movement here, like a seoi-nage type movement, or set your power hand here like a taiotoshi type thing. So my hand here doesn't do a lot of work. This is the hikite. We've already isolated this before, but now this is the one. Okay, so when I do this and I come in, be sure you come in and just emphasize here. So I'm going a little higher. So this is more of a taiotoshi because again, you set your hand here on your taiotoshi, there's like that. Okay, now look at this. See how I'm holding on here, this is wrapped, but I'm really using my forearm right here on the belt. I'm not using my left hand at all. It's all right-handed here. And I don't want to break form. I want elbow down, fist up. See that? Get that turning rotation. It develops good torque in a throw, but a lot of torque comes from that hand action too. So if you're like this, for your seoi-nage or your taiotoshi type movement, like this, okay? This is also good if you, big tall guy like me, I would grab in the back and suck them up like this. Same type of movement here, like this. See the movement here? Lost balance there, there we go. Now, if you want more of a seoi-nage movement, come a little lower out, So don't grab as high on the belt to where it's fixed up here. So we're going to do more of a seoi-nage. Again, seoi-nage is a lot of pull, right? We know that. We've already worked on that. The hikite, we've already worked on that hand, the pulling hand. This is the hand we're emphasizing here. The surite, okay, the power hand. So when I come into my morote seoi-nage type action, I'm going to curl it in, and here like this. You see this here like this? Now again, I could be doing these fixed and doing the same thing. See that? And I'm just using my right hand. I'm not using my left hand at all. Notice I'm not even moving it. You could also just, if you want to, just grab. I like to get both hands into it. I think it feels better and it's more replicates a throw better, so I like to have my left hand here, even if I don't use it, okay? But this hand here is more of a seoi-nage movement here, like that, and it's close. I can do it like this position here, or fixed, or I can come in all the way. I come in here, all this hand here. So I'm replicating the seoi-nage. But you can see how I'm doing it. So you can use this a lot of ways. Again, I like to hold here. If I just want to work on moving a guy, try not to let it hit. Don't let your weights clank, especially in your own gym. I should know better. So I'm turning, developing elbow down, fist up, turning into it, in a rotation movement, into a throw. So that's how a good way to develop your surite, your power hand, your lifting hand, using belts and a cable crossover unit.